And so this is an additional storyline. I've pulled out 2 different decks. I'm now using Prisma Visions and Dancing in the Dark Tarot because of the whole barefooted in the dark that I was hearing from Spirit. And Osho's and Tarot again. Past lives, intensity, understanding. It's like no one could possibly understand. I don't know if this is a continuation or if this is a new storyline. It's like nobody could possibly understand the bond that these 2 people have because it has to do with past lives energy. And so it's really extremely intense. And so you guys understand each other on some different other level. And it's like someone is slowing down to look back at the other person. Oh, okay, someone is definitely has a rebellious side and someone sort of has a more playful side, but it's like someone is like, I'm also getting someone's like intensely rebelling against something or some sort of concept at first, and then they're slowing down and they're looking back. There's some sort of new, there's like a playful aspect to this as well. To me, what this is like, someone's been playing hard to get, but then someone is sort of slowing down, looking at over their shoulder at the same time, waiting to make sure the other person is still like following along. Because they are their wish fulfillment. Oh, wow, okay. Justice over here, and we've got Queen of Cups. So they want to make sure that like this isn't going to be like every other person they've dealt with. Wow, okay. Well, first off, like, what makes you think that it's like every other person you've dealt with? If it's a past life connection, how many past life connections have you dealt with in your life, I guess, is what I would say to that person. Whoever's on that side. Second off, so it's like they're still slowing down, but they're making sure that this is all being taken into account fairly and that they're not getting worked over is what I'm getting here. Queen of Cups. And this person is scared of being hurt, so they haven't really completely opened up their feelings. It's like, I'm like seeing like 2 clams, like one opens, and it's like, then they shut back down. And then the other one opens. It's like when 2 kids are like playing peekaboo or something like that. Ooh, I just heard spirits playing peekaboo too. Weird. Okay. So it's like the second this person goes to turn their back, this other person's like watching them, and then like vice versa. And so now, like, Divine is slowing everything down so that eventually they're going to catch each other looking at each other. Well, that's, yeah, I don't know. That's really weird. It's like previously it's like when they face away from each other, like when the other person's looking, but the other person has their back turned, it's like they're a mirror to them. So it's like they're showing them everything that they are, and then the other person turns around and is like, well, here's what you are. It's so weird. But anytime anyone tries to, because see how this one has just like one sword in the middle of all of this? It's like anytime, also just got 9 Inch Nails song, Bite the Hand That Feeds. Like anytime someone tries to cut it off, it's like they can't cut it off because, I don't know, there's just this weird dreamy like aspect of like, hey, come on, you're my everything. I just heard, hey, come on, you're my everything. I also just heard this weird, like, okay, so someone has this story about something rare, and it's like, there's only this one thing that you can find in this one place, and somehow both of you discovered that you have it, or it's almost like when two people have like some kind of rare fucking like blood disease or some shit like that, and it's like either you're their donor or something like that, or and you just happen to find each other. It's like luck as would have it, or it's like you both have some weird rare thing going on, but like it's one sees something in the other that's rare, but it's like they both have it, but it's could be a gift. It could be the gift of sight. So it's like that's where it's like ping pong, tit for tat, sort of understanding, but playfulness too. Because it's like, okay, if you've ever seen the Disney movie Sword in the Stone, where he gets turned into a squirrel and like the one squirrel falls in love with him and they're like chasing each other up the tree, right? These other two squirrels that are in love, right? And so there's like that kind of dynamic where they're like, it's almost like hide and go. So like if someone's like waiting for you to uncover something, and then once you uncover that, then you're like leaving some sort of other clue for them. What is this shit about? Please tell me. We are the world projections beyond illusion, stress. So yeah, again, I'm hearing it's like they both are clairaudient or something like that, or work with spirit in some sort of facet too. With beyond illusion and stress, it's like it's almost like it's unreal. At first, someone didn't believe it. And like the stress of I can't even talk. The stress of thinking that it might end is like, but I just found you, is what I heard. And we're like two trees that grow together. Like companion plants. Interesting. Now I'm just straight channeling here. Rebirth again. Compromise. Comparison component. So yeah, the comparison, this is like the mirroring, like where you're showing each other like your comparisons. But someone is seeking to have some sort of control. It's like, who's going to do what, when, and how? How is this thing going to be birthed into existence? Every time it's walked away from, it's reborn. Yet there's a sense of postponement at the same time. Celebration, the creator, possibilities. So like there's like multiple possibilities to explore, but like divine was like setting you on this path. So I'm feeling like instead of pushing against it, it's like you should be celebrating it. I don't know. Anyhow, so I hope that helps. Final advice here. Actually, I know I just pulled those three out, but I didn't feel like I wanted them. No, fickle, right? Final advice. Six of Cups. Empress. And Two of Swords. So make a decision based upon intuition, one that's going to bring both people balance and harmony. And then you'll be walking down the road together. So it's like keep exploring until someone makes a final decision here. To offer someone a cup. It's like when they're not looking. It's like this passionate person. that's now left holding the sword here. Like, this other person's moving towards him. Interesting. So, hopefully that made sense for you. If it resonated, if it didn't, definitely just check out another reading some other time. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys back here again on Raven Element.